are not produced by us. And with tequilas, for me, I mean, one of the things that Alfonso has explained to me over the years is that there's only so many distilleries. And there's a lot of labels out there. So sometimes it's good to know, like, which distillery is actually producing what labels. Okay? Because there's a lot of, like, just major distilleries. And a lot of the tequilas that we chose today was primarily because of their popularity to our clientele. Okay? And that's why I didn't want to get anything that's too esoteric. And like Alfonso was saying, you want to make sure that you're choosing good products when you're going to drink tequila. Well, when I buy tequila, more often than 9 times out of 10, they bring me product. I don't buy it. Okay? I want to know the distillery first. Okay? I want to know, what style it is. But then when I smell it, if it doesn't smell like tequila, okay, because it has a very specific smell to it. If it doesn't smell like tequila, I don't buy it. Okay? Because there are certain products on the market that maybe they're triple distilled, maybe they take out those elements that Alfonso was talking about earlier. You might as well drink vodka. Honestly, you might as well drink vodka. Okay? So, I'm looking at it from the point of view, like, from a professional buying the product. Okay? Now, whether or not I would drink this particular tequila or that particular tequila, you have to keep the objective and the subjective opinion about the product.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to give you a tip for you guys. Just you guys to know, we only have 133 distilleries in Mexico, only. In all the world, no? But in those 133 distilleries, we produce 2,000 brands. Okay? Now, each distillery, we have 2 types of tequileros. A tequilero is a guy that is in the tequila industry. We have the tequileros that own a distillery, and we have the tequileros that own a brand. The tequileros that own a brand, they have to buy the product, the liquid, to a distillery, which is not bad, because these guys that own the brand, maybe they know about merchandise and they know about business. Many in Mexico, just few distilleries are big companies, 1,000 million companies, but most of them, 90% of them, are family-owned small distilleries. And we don't know about business, we don't know about merchandise. I mean, we live in the fields and we don't know about this business, but we know how to make good tequila. You know what I mean? So if a guy that knows about merchandise comes with us and we sell them a good tequila, it's fair. But most of the times, we don't sell our best tequila to these guys. Our best tequila is for our own brand. You know what I mean? So when you buy a tequila, most of the times, because it would be very unfair to tell you that it's always the same. That's not true. But most of the times, try to make sure that the owner of the distillery is the owner of the brand. Because the better lots are going to go in this bottle. All the tequilas that you taste today, they own their own distillery. That's and another thing, try to drink 100% agave, not because it's better. I mean, I can give you some tequilas that are not called 100% agave better than some 100% agave, but at least you know that tequila was bottled in Mexico, was bottled in the distillery. We have 2 kinds of tequila, the 100% agave and the tequila only. The 100% agave means that all the sugar comes from the agave. The tequila without 100% agave means that 51% of the agave the sugar comes from the agave, and 49% from cane or from other stuff, but not from agave. But the most important thing is, by Mexican law, the tequila that is 100% agave has to be distilled and bottled in the distillery. The tequila that is not 100% agave, we can export it in pipes, and you guys can bottle it here. And to tell you the truth, and that's a reality, sometimes we send a pipe to bottle 10,000 liters, And some guys here bottle 20,000 liters. They add things. And that's why you find those cheap prices. It's impossible to have those prices in a tequila bottle because it's not real tequila. If you drink 100% agave, it was bottled in Mexico by the Mexican laws, which I know that is not a big guarantee. But in this particular case, it is. They are very strict. We have an office in each distillery. We have an officer of the government checking when we bottle each bottle of tequila. They are just looking if we do something wrong. So in this particular case, to tell you the truth, the Mexican government has made a very good job. So